You're listening to the Karmic Mirror podcast, where we explore the wisdom tucked within the layers of the self-help world.
Together, we bridge the gap between esoteric teachings and practical tools for everyday life, with self-love and personal growth at the heart of each conversation.
Whether you're a seasoned seeker or just beginning your path, join us and uncover the magic within and around you.
Welcome to Karmic Mirror. We're so excited to share something new with you. Each month on the new moon, we'll be joined by our friend, intuitive guide, and tarot reader, Liz Pratt, for a channeled tarot reading for the collective. We chose the new moon because it's a natural moment of beginning, the quiet pause before the cycle of growth starts again. It's a time for planting seeds, setting intentions, and listening inward.
And this month, we're beginning with the Virgo New Moon. If Leo season was a party, Virgo is the after-party cleanup. It's the threshold between summer and autumn, inviting us to pause and sift and sort what we've grown and ask, what is worth keeping and what needs to be released back to the soil? This moon is especially potent with both the sun and moon in Virgo shining a light wherever Virgo falls in our charts. It's also the opening into eclipse season, and the next new moon, just a month from now, will also be in Virgo, but as a solar eclipse. That makes this moment an invitation to root deeply into Virgo's mercurial qualities of grounding, organizing, refining, and tending to the details that sustain us.
Virgo connects to the archetype of the healer, the wise woman, and the hermit, reminding us that our daily rituals or our small acts of service and even the most ordinary tasks can carry spiritual meaning.
We're also launching our Karmic Mirror Substack alongside this series, a newsletter to extend the conversation, offering reflections, resources, and practices to carry with you beyond the podcast. So think of these readings as a mirror, a space to reflect and realign with the rhythms of the cosmos while grounding into your own body and daily life.
We're thrilled to begin this series with Liz's Virgo New Moon reading. Let's begin.
Hi, witches. My name is Liz Pratt of Fireside Healing. I'm a witch, an herbalist, and a dark feminine channel. And I'm here with a very special new moon reading. This is a reading for August 22nd for the new moon in the sign of Virgo. So new moons are really my favorite for shadow work. They're a time when we don't have the light of the moon to guide us. So we're kind of left with just ourselves, just our own inner voice, our own intuition. And it's a great time to delve into our shadows and to clear out things that we just don't need anymore in order to call in more of what we do want in our lives. New moons are also an opportune time to work with Hecate. Hecate is the Greek goddess of magic, witchcraft, the crossroads, transformation, and liminal spaces. She's known as the torchbearer because she helps guide us through the dark times, guide us through our shadow work, our grief, our lack, our rage. So if you are looking to get started working with Hecate, remember new moons are her Depthion, and she is here with me, spiritually of course, to help deliver this message. So this new moon is in the sign of Virgo. We all have a friend who's a Virgo. You know that she's productive, she's organized, she's detailed, she's driven, but she's also the link between earth reality, where we are now, and the spiritual realm. She embodies the goddess as she walks along this earth. So she gets to blend these energies and allows us to take what we are receiving from spirit and integrating it into our life. So today, this reading is a very much grounded and financially driven reading. So let's get into it. I've pulled 3 cards today. The first card is what we are releasing. What we're kind of shifting out of as a collective here, and what really is the best thing for us to let go of. The next card is, what are we calling in? What do we have a great opportunity with the energy of this lunation to call in and to step boldly into? And the next and final card is, what are we learning? What are we learning from these patterns, this lunation? What are these obstacles on our path, and what are they here to teach us? So for what we are leaving behind, I have the Star in reverse. The Star is an amazing card. She's the card of like rejuvenation and renewal. And every time I get the Star, I'm like, oh, like I'm walking on magic, on sunshine, like I'm ethereal, I'm goddess. But in the reverse, it's actually telling me, hey, girlfriend, no one's here to save you. And that's really what it is, right? This is the card that says, stop looking at other people to save you. You know, when we're in our business for entrepreneurs and we're very much in a state of lack, and we think this offering is going to be the one that saves me. This investment is going to come save me. This program, this teaching, this job. But the Star in reverse says, no, sweet girl. You are the hero here, and you save yourself. Cut the delulu, cut all of this spiritual bypassing, get grounded in reality, because nothing is going to come just out of nowhere, out of divine realm, and just lift away your worries. This is a card that really speaks to, hey, you got to do a little bit of the work yourself. And this isn't like hard, arduous work that just drains our energy. No. This is putting in the time and the consistency to move with what we want. So what are the patterns, the behaviors, the narratives around this idea of the savior that you can let go of? This is asking us really to look at our money shadows. How do we interact with the money in our lives? Where does lack come from? Where is our worth being held? We really want to take some time to, on this new moon, delve into the money shadows. And at the end of this reading, I'm going to give you just a couple affirmations to get you started working. So the next card of what we have the opportunity to bring in is the King of Pentacles. He is very literally the CEO of the tarot deck, right? King of Pentacles makes great business decisions. He's grounded. He works with money fluidly and well, and he knows his worth. He's never going to settle for anything less. If there is an opportunity that comes in and it doesn't feel aligned for him, he's going to say no, because he knows that other opportunities will present themselves that are more aligned. When we work with the King of Pentacles energy, it's really this pull up your sleeves, sit down and get to work, knowing that it will pay off. Knowing that these ideas, these things that we're putting our energy into, these projects will come to fruition. So right now with these two cards, we have release the delusion, release the fear around putting in the work and coming face to face with maybe your bad money habits, anxiety around money, lack around money, and instead replace that with some real, true financial strategy. Replace that with a project that speaks to your soul, that feels so good and yummy to you that it's going to pay off, and you don't even have to worry, and you don't have to look for an outside savior, because you are the hero in this. And finally, what's the lesson here? Oh, I love this. This is the 10 of Wands in reverse. So 10 of Wands is kind of this like burden card. If, no matter, all the decks are different, right? But the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck shows somebody who's like got 10 sticks and they're literally crumbling under the weight of all of these responsibilities, all of these things that they've picked up, that they've convinced themselves that they need to do before they do anything for themselves. They're being crushed under the weight of burden. So in this reverse position, it's saying we are learning to recognize the times that we block ourselves from receiving money and receiving opportunities and receiving joy into our lives. This is a great example of this would be if you are a new entrepreneur and you're putting out your offerings and you start receiving opportunities, and the opportunities maybe don't feel aligned, but you don't see anything coming. So you're like, well, I've got to grab it up because, there's not another one coming. This is my call. This is it. I've put myself out there. This must be good, without listening to yourself first. And so here's the thing. When you say no to the things that don't feel quite right, don't feel super aligned, you are telling the universe that you have the space for the things that do fit. You don't have to feel guilty or, oh my God, did I make the wrong decision? Did I, blow my chances? That's another one I see all the time. Did I blow my chances? Will another opportunity come for me? Yes. If it doesn't feel good, say no to it. This can look like, an opportunity, a collaboration, or even a toxic client that you're thinking, well, the money's good, but I feel drained every time I work with this person. Well, that's the lesson. Cut that out. All right. So again, star in reverse of what we are releasing. What is a good time to let go of? We have yes, yes, yes. What we are bringing in, calling in the King of Pentacles. And the lesson here is to know your worth, put down all the sticks, put down all of those responsibilities, and instead move forward with just a few that feel really good and delicious, knowing and trusting and surrendering to the opportunities that you do really want, the things you do really desire in your life. They will come in as soon as you make room for them. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you're catching this a few days after the new moon or even a week after the new moon, remember we're still really in that lunation. And if this resonates, trust that it's for you. All right, witches. So here are a couple affirmations that can help get you started healing those financial wounds, healing your relationship with money. Now, first, this is how I like to do my affirmations in the morning. I love to embody the words that I am speaking to the universe. And I do this by speaking my affirmations into salt water in the morning and then drinking the water in silence, in meditation, slowly allowing my body to really absorb the salt, which is cleansing and protective and purifying and also helps us hydrate throughout the day. And the water, which water is really the element that is the closest to money. Money is very much something that it's a tool, it's a resource, but it holds divine feminine energy and it corresponds with the element of water. So if I'm doing money affirmations, I'm doing my salt water. So I take a pinch of salt, place it in the water in my cup, stir it around, and as I'm stirring, I speak directly into that water. So here are the affirmations. You ready? The first one, I am safe to receive. I am worthy of having all that I desire. I do not need to chase what is already mine. I am happy with all that I have, and it is all right for me to desire more. How does that feel? So give it a try. You can just speak these out loud anytime with your hand on your heart. I love a good morning practice, but of course, I recommend the saltwater trick as well. You can follow me at Fireside Healing for more witch tips.
Thanks for tuning in. If you resonate with today's conversation, connect with us on Instagram at Karmic Mirror Podcast and send us a message.
And don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen. And if you're loving Karmic Mirror, we'd appreciate a glowing review or share with someone who could benefit.
As we close, remember, life is not a one-size-fits-all approach. How are you honoring your unique path? Stay curious and always be kind to yourself. Until next time on Karmic Mirror.